Alright guys, before the video begins, I just want to say, if you didn't know, this is a brand new channel, so the chances are you're not subscribed, so make sure to click that subscribe button, and in the words of my grandpa, subscribe, bitch! And follow me on my social media pages, that's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Man, Kobe's better because, I mean, who else is going to drop 80 points? Harden can't do that.
He's probably a better offensive player than Kobe.
We got a championship. Does Harden have a championship?
Shaq won Kobe those championships.
All I'm saying is Harden be traveling, yo.
I can't argue that. He does be traveling. My man. Yo, what are those?
Oh, bro, this is the new barbershop parties, bro.
Barbershop parties?
Yeah, you know about it?
Nah, can I check it out?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, comfortable, bro.
Nice stuff.
You want to see how comfortable it is?
Yeah.
By the way, it's $40.
$40.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Damn, again, man. Yo, go get your boy.
I'm going to go do that.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Bellow on the bellow.
Yo everybody, we are back with another video. Today's video is on the James Harden Volume 4, the barbershop colorway. James Harden's fourth signature sneaker just happens to be his cheapest sneaker yet, but is it his best ever? Let's find out with the review right now. Okay, starting off with the looks and the initial thoughts of the shoe. Obviously, it's shaped a little different. It reminds me of the Yeezy 500, which is my favorite Yeezy, by the way. But out of the four Hardens, these are probably the second to last ugliest shoes, or third best looking if you're thinking of it positively. Like the James Harden Volume 2s and some of the Damian Lillard shoes, it has a unique lacing system. Like I previously stated, this is the barbershop colorway. As you can see, the blue, white, and red, much like the French flag. So I'm gonna call these the Omelette du Fromage, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir, James Harden Volume 4s. But the future colorways of the Harden Volume 4s, like the bright orange and the bright blue and the pink colorway, are fire. So the looks and the initial thoughts rating of the James Harden Volume 4s is a 6.8 out of 10. Moving on to the size and the comfort, it fits on the smaller side, so go up half a size or a full size. To me, I didn't really experience a difference between the size 10.5 and the size 11, except for the fact that the size 10.5, you could feel that the midfoot band kind of dug into your foot. The forefoot, as you can see, it looks wider and it fits wider, while the rest of the shoe has a nice snug fit. Unlike prior Harden shoes, these do not have boost, so maybe that's why it's cheaper in pricing. Instead, these have Light Strike, which is a pretty good cushioning system. It's pretty comfy and it's pretty bouncy and reaction-y as well, especially for Harden's game, which requires quick movement and reaction. And if you notice Harden's game and seen some of his footwork, he's always on his toes. I didn't play in the Harden Volume 3, but I did have the Volume 2, and the boost was hard to react in that shoe. These Harden Volume 4s are hella lightweight and breathable. For flat-footed people, these might not be the best option because your plantar fasciitis might flare up.
And then you can't walk for a week, and then you can't play basketball, and then it's just a terrible situation. Then you gotta get that little lacrosse ball and roll it on there, and then you gotta ice your feet, and then you gotta heat your feet too, so you get that mix of that heat and the ice therapy, and then you gotta massage it and wear that little boot when you sleep, and then it gets uncomfortable.
Only the flat-footed people know what I'm talking about. Size and comfort rating of the James Harden Volume 4, 7.6 out of 10. Moving on to the traction. When I first got the shoe and when I tried it on in the store, the bottom was super sticky, and it felt like scratching chalkboard with your fingernails. It was just, But because it was super sticky, it attracted hella dust, just like IG models, because they attract hella dusty dudes. The rubber outsole consists of a traction pattern fit to Harden's game. It kind of looks like fingerprints, so it's definitely multi-directional because you know Harden's game, he likes to stop and go side by side, albeit traveling, but they never call it. I'm gonna call this traction pattern the wee horny skunk from the Looney Tunes traction pattern. Probably only the 90s people and the people born before that will get that reference. Now, it does stick in both ways, and I played on a dusty court. When I played, it didn't make the squeak noise. Maybe it was because the court was super dusty. Traction rating of the wee horny skunk from Looney Tunes is an 8.8 out of 10. Moving on to the materials, as you can see, as I said previously, it does not have boost, but it does have Light Strike cushioning, which is a solid name because it is super light and bouncy and reaction-y. It's kind of like striking, like I guess Light Strike, like pop, 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 pop. Bop, 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 bop. I don't know. Edit that out. It has a banking barrier for lateral support, but planting your foot, especially when I did the traction test, I felt slight discomfort, especially when going laterally. It felt like my foot was about to bust out that beat. But then, of course, you have this brass knuckle looking lacing system. In addition, a midfoot band for added lockdown, but if you get a size too small, it can dig into your foot. As always with most basketball shoes, per usual, I do wish that the laces were a little bit longer. The rating of the materials is 7.1 out of 10, mainly because I like the cushion setup, but the lateral support was lacking. Moving on to the support and lockdown. Like I said, lateral support is kind of weak. Bottom support is good, but like I said, it might be a problem if you have flat feet. Lockdown is pretty secure with the customizable lacing system and the midfoot band. It does feel locked in, especially with Harden's game. The moves he does, I would not be surprised if the lockdown wasn't good, that his foot comes right out his shoe. Because especially when he be doing that sidestep 1 foot fade away in the corner 3 he be doing now, yeah, the lockdown needs to be good. Support and lockdown rating, 6 out of 10. It's the cheapest Harden ever.
Volume 1s were $140, Volume 2s were $140, $150, Volume 3s were $140.
Now these went all the way down to the low price of $130. Most likely because this does not have boost. Which doesn't mean it's not as good, because in my opinion, I think boost is overrated. In the Volume 2s, I didn't like the boost in the shoe. And I really like the Damian Lillard Adidas shoes, and none of those have boost. In my opinion, it's a pretty good deal. Overall, this is a better basketball shoe than any of the Nike shoes out right now. That includes the $200 LeBrons, includes the KDs. I mean, we'll see how the Kyrie 6s come out. I still put the Adidas Dame 5 over these right now, even though I think these look a little bit better than the Adidas Dame 5s. I will have to say Adidas Hoops is running the game right now. I might have to convert full time to hooping in Adidas. All day, I dream about sports. This is a family channel. The overall rating of the Adidas Harden Volume 4 is a 7.3 out of 10. Alright guys, thanks again for watching the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Harden Volume 4s. Would you cop for a good deal, for a good price? It's a pretty good shoe, pretty good basketball shoe, so I definitely recommend. Let me know what you think of the shoe. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, watch my other videos in the playlist up there and down there. Until next time, we out. Peace. Remember to tip your barbers, people, and not only to tip your barbers, tip your waiters, tip all the people who serve you, because, you know, they work hard for their money. Yeah.